Zach Gelb from CBS Sports Radio lives in New York, and he was going to go down and get a Dirty Water hot dog, glizzy, and eat it for us on the air while we talk sports, like our drive-through radio segments that we love to do so much. And obviously for National Hot Dog Day, we have so much material. We don't even know what to do with it all. But now I've been told like his studio video hookup is not working, and so we've got him on the phone. Is that the situation, Solana?
That is the situation.
Now I can see him on my feed, though. I can see him.
He's a looker.
Yeah, hold up your hot dog. Can he hear us? Hold up your hot dog.
You want to see my dog,
Yeah.
Hoch and Crowder?
Yeah.
You want me to show you my dog?
I want to see your glizzy and then hold up the hot dog. All right. All right.
It's
so
a
you
thick wiener, I'll tell you that.
All right, so you got this. Hold on, let me bring him on officially here as I stare at this disgusting Dirty Water hot dog. Zach Gelb is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop hundreds of Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. You can hear Zach Gelb every evening on CBS Sports Radio nationally. Sometimes you hear him during the day on ESPN when Greeny is playing audio from Zach's show. Sometimes you see him all over social media. I don't know if I was off for a week, so maybe you guys talked about this.
Oh, my goodness.
When
Brought
the
him
Devo
on.
Samuel. Oh, you talking about you brought him on?
Yeah.
Because the Devo Samuel thing blew up. I'm on vacation. It's like Zach Gelb is following me.
Zach was big man on that. He was big man on that situation. Hawk.
And then,
Well, I'll tell you, Crowder was like the only athlete that actually defended me. So it's an honor to eat a hot dog with Channing Crowder.
I was perplexed by some of the criticisms that you were receiving. I didn't understand it unless you were specifically told, do not ask about this. And then you would make a call beforehand. Do I want to do the interview or not? Like we've all been told stuff before where, hey, you can't talk about this.
Yeah.
You've been told that on the pivot, I'm
Yes.
sure. And you have to decide, okay, do I want to do it or not? I don't consider myself a journalist, so I don't care. You could tell me not to talk about it. I think I won't talk about it. But like, I don't think you're an a-hole that you would bring up something that you were specifically not, told not to bring up. So I didn't understand the criticisms of you with that Devo Samuel interview.
Well, it's two things. One, the 40 Winers fans are just going to continue to whine and go after me for whatever it is, just because they're annoyed that they lost that game and their player keeps on bringing it up. And then when someone asks them about it and it's not in the way that they want it to go, there's going to be a freak out. And then the other thing is you have former athletes that don't think you should ever. I don't want to group all former athletes together, but you have a good percentage of former athletes who don't think you should ever ask something that is controversial or something that is just questioning what a player has said before. But I thought Crowder said it best. It was a football question to a football player about things he said regarding football. So
And recently, it wasn't even like it was 8 years ago when you were trying to, play I got you with them.
Hawk, that was my
Can
thing.
I take a bite of this hot dog, by the way? Because I didn't eat anything yet, and I'm kind of starved today.
You wiggling that thing around in the air. I think you can get after it. I don't know.
All right, wait. Let's watch this. Let's watch this. Hold on. Zach Gelb on National Hot Dog Day. He is gonna down a glizzy. Oh, a second bite. He's halfway through the glizzy. It's impressive right there. Tell us.
I feel like I'm an animal at a petting zoo if I'm being serious.
I know. Anybody, give me a nickel, and I'll let you feed him a hot dog.
Look at the goat, mommy.
So what?
Let me tell you. Oh, there's some mustard on this. This is spicy.
All right. No,
I'm going to have to pull a Devo Samuel and cut this interview short.
I want to learn about this. So you live in New York. You have the hot dog vendor just on the street downstairs at your apartment?
Yeah, on the corner, like a block away.
Okay. And what do they got there? Is it the Dirty Water hot dogs, or do they have them on the skillet?
It's the Dirty Water hot dogs. And this place, the dog was bigger than normal. Not that I'm a frequent visitor there. And they had a big bun. So I guess that they were preparing for the big National Hot Dog Day. And they got a bunch of other stuff like chicken kebabs. And
right. That's what I want to know. What else do they have there? They got the cans of soda. It always tastes good from the street vendor.
I only drink high-quality H2O and vodka and a little bourbon as well.
No
so
soda?
I don't really dabble. I don't dabble into the soda world unless if it's seltzer,
Wow.
but that's not really soda.
That's shocking to me. I don't know if you saw the reports.
Why? Because I'm a big guy? Is that why?
Nah,
it's
just
shocking to
everybody
you?
loves soda. I live on it. And I don't know if you saw these news reports about aspartame, and they're saying it's a carcinogen now.
Oh,
I've actually increased my aspartame intake since then. It just gave me a taste for it. I love it.
the fake sugar.
Regardless, I'm on a detour
Hawk, I
there.
juice. So
Yeah, you juice.
yeah.
We know
Hey,
it.
hey, Zach, start juicing, man. That's
Yeah.
what big guys are getting into.
I don't know. So
You want me to take steroids? Is that what you said, Crowder?
so now, what did you put on your hot dog? What did you top the dog with?
So I like mustard and ketchup. So I went with both. Now, I was thinking of being controversial and just doing something for a take because that's what everyone assumes that I just do regardless. And I was only going to put ketchup on it because then people say, oh, that's not a real hot dog. You got to get mustard on it. But I double dipped with both.
And any other toppings or just mustard and ketchup?
No, I thought about sauerkraut, but then
Love
I said
sauerkraut.
to myself, how the heck am I going to eat that on the air while doing this? And then I thought it would get all over my computer and it'd be an absolute mess. And I'm also back in like the prison cell right now, if you look at my background. So maybe that's why I had some connection issues today originally, because Crowder didn't re-up my payment for the week. So they limited my microphone access.
Salon, I told you put money on the books.
You spent them all on honey buns.
He was buying honey buns.
So no sauerkraut. I could not. If there was an offering of sauerkraut for a hot dog, I would not be able to pass it up, no matter what I was doing. So you don't love sauerkraut?
I like it. I don't love it. I don't need to be married to it. And by the way, I'm contemplating opening an OnlyFans because I'm sure some people are going to really love me eating a hot dog on camera.
I'm your first subscriber.
No,
I
look at
can't
Hawk.
wait to watch you knock the rest of this thing down.
What is sauerkraut?
Yeah, Rex Ryan wants me to put feet photos up there too. That's what I was told.
What's sauerkraut
What is that?
It's cabbage, right? And we did this show. I mean, we've done this before.
Every summer.
Yeah,
I'm
isn't
just-
it cabbage?
That's
I have no clue. I just think it's dank. I think it's good.
Isn't it like
Pickled-
fermented, a pickled cabbage,
pickled
maybe?
what other meat do you say I need pickled cabbage on? This sauerkraut take.
That's what
can't
makes
agree with-
sauerkraut
That's
so
the glizz.
good.
Every damn summer I get on y'all. Sauerkraut is terrible.
It's
It's
fermented,
nasty, it
yeah,
stinks.
fermented, finely cut raw cabbage that has been fermented by various lactic acid bacteria.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm telling you, that
Yeah,
and a
that
can of
sounds
aspartame, I am so down for that right
Neither.
now. You know how lucky you are to live in a city where you can walk downstairs and get a dirty water hot dog.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Messi just going into Publix. You know, it's a very similar kind of event.
Did
right
you get
there.
recognized?
Yep.
Did you get recognized?
No, that's why I moved to New York, so I could walk down the street and I get recognized and going after the hot dog. And then once someone says, "Oh, that's Zach Gelb," I just tell them, "Well, I don't have a wife, or kids." But then I just start
Well,
to
you have
run
that-
to
you have
the
that
car
hot dog.
and avoid the whole situation. But I do have a hot dog.
Go ahead, take another bite of that hot dog. I'd like to get a rating. Now, do you eat hot dogs on the regular, Crowder? Like
No.
no, not you, Crowder.
Oh no.
Like when? Barbecue, maybe a baseball game?
No, maybe at a baseball game with my son. But
Solana? Do you eat hot
years.
dogs a lot?
Never. I had that one at Lone Depot Park. I had it dry, Gelb. That was the first hot dog I've had in probably 3-4 years.
So you don't
I
have
could see Solana back in the day being like a glizzy gobbler. Definitely could see it.
Oh,
Oh,
totally,
yeah,
totally.
yeah,
But
yeah.
never really loved hot dogs.
I made it through college.
Anyway.
I think.
So is that hot dog? How would you rate that particular hot dog? Do you get nervous eating a dirty water hot dog in New York because you really don't know what's sitting in that water, how long that water's been there?
No, let's be real. When you walk around the city and you see the rats run around
Right.
at night, nothing really scares you. At
You've
this
got an
point
iron
anymore.
constitution.
I would say this is pretty. I would say this is like an 8.6. It's a pretty solid dog. Bigger hot dog than I expected, and the bread is really good as well. I'll give a lot of credit to the bread. It's elite bread right here.
Look at that.
But just Zach, I go to New York very, very recently. I've been there and I go a lot. There are restaurants everywhere. There are where you can go inside to a nice place, obviously, maybe, covered by some kind of government official that goes in there and looks around for rats. Why stop at those little kiosks on the corner? I cannot pull myself to get a dirty water hot dog.
Well, because now you're a big star. You know,
Right,
back to the
right.
days of Channing Crowder before he was well known, you would be like all of us regular folks that would stop on the street and get a hot dog. But you're not wrong. It's not like I'm jonesing every day for a hot dog in
Sure
the
you
streets
are.
of New York City.
Sure you are.
I did get asked to come on this show and to purposely buy a hot dog.
Now,
I didn't
here's
even
it.
know it was National Hot Dog Day today.
Well, shame on you for being a radio host and not knowing it's National Hot Dog Day. First
Well,
of all,
I
but
Googled
that's
it, and there was like 3 other days, by the way. I don't even know if this is the actual day.
thank you. That's my show prep. But listen, Crowder does this all the time. He forgets where he came from. He's so bougie now, it's crazy.
Bougie.
Dude lives in a gated community. The kids go to private school.
We have
All of
collar
a
shirts.
sudden, he's too good for a street hot dog. You know, when the rest of us pikers, we get a little hungry and happen to be in New York, I'm not so worried about TMZ catching me down in the glizzy. I don't live the same life. I don't roll in the same circles you do.
You live in Boca?
But I'm saying if I was in New York.
The hood streets of Boca.
Well, let's also not bury the lead here, folks. Crowder goes, I'm in New York all the time. Thanks for hitting me up and trying to take me to one of these fine restaurants.
He's never in New York, by the way. That's just what he says. He's across the river in New
Right.
Jersey.
Hey,
Right.
okay, now we're telling the truth, Gelb. I purposely tell my producer, put me in Jersey. The New York people are crazy. It stinks. The people talk nasty to you. I go to the grocery store and buy a drink, and the lady acts like I'm inconveniencing her. I'm buying from your store, ma'am. You need to be nicer to me.
So you think 3 miles away in New Jersey, it's much different? The same crap, my friend.
Listen, you cross that little poop-filled river, and they get a little nicer.
Are you from New York all your life, Zach, or did you move there for the CBS gig?
No, I grew up on Long Island, and then I lived in Philly for about 7 or 8 years after, through the mix of college and then working a little bit after college in Philly.
Man, I mean, that whole area, that Northeast, you know, my wife, she's from Philly, family's from Philly. I don't think that city's anything special. I think that city is.
When they put New York and Miami in the same sentence, it upsets me.
Philly and New York, I mean, they're just dirty, right? Aren't they?
How's that 100-degree weather by you guys today? Just wondering.
I happen to be sweating now.
Yeah, at least we have air conditioning, though.
You're schwitzing all the time. Hoxman, you're like a moron. It's 100 degrees today. You're in what is this, a sweatshirt? What the heck are you
It's a
doing?
studio. Solana told me it's freezing in here. I very
No,
rarely
you're
come to
old.
the studio.
Joe Benigno does the same thing. He comes back to our New York City studios yesterday. It's 90-something degrees. I'm sweating my you-know-what off on the subway
Wait a
when I
second.
get there.
Solana's wearing a hoodie. Hold on a second. He's in his 20s. He's
Yeah,
wearing a hoodie.
But I trash Solana so much when I come on this show. So now I have to just go to someone else. Eventually, I'll
Fair
get an
enough.
HR violation if I say one more thing poorly
Fair enough.
about Solana. But come on. It's burning hot in Miami today, and you're dressed as if it's 30 degrees in a New York City winter day.
I actually do have a little shawl too for later, as the bones become colder and colder as the afternoon goes on.
We'll explain that terminology to Crowder later.
It's a shawl. What is David? The
Now
Stanford
you
head
sound
coach?
like my Bubby when she goes to Temple.
Bubby. The Bubby in the shawl.
No, I do that right when I get off on the show. I put my shawl on. I take a little piece of babka, and I have a very nice ride home.
You walk around with your talit.
I'm very impressed that Solana even
How
knows
about
the
that?
terminology.
How about that?
So how many milkshakes did you down
You know-
your gullet at the
he's-
Margate Dairy Bar?
You know, Solana's Jewish. He's an Uruguayan Jew.
Yes.
He is, for real. He is Jewish.
Had my bar mitzvah. I own a talit.
Do you have tefillin? Do you have tefillin?
Let's not get crazy here. All right.
What was your Haftorah portion, Solana? Let's hear that. Let's hear you chant some Hebrew. I'll tell you though, I think Crowder would be elite during a horror at a bar mitzvah.
Oh,
I know
well, first of all, he's
that's
got
not a
good.
strip club,
He's got good
Crowder.
lift. He's got good lift. You need the big guys for the for Hava Nagila and the Hora.
I've been bar mitzvahized.
That's right. He came to my son's bar
I came to
mitzvah.
his sons. I chucked candy at the kid's head. I did everything you're supposed to do.
He
You
did.
chucked candy at him?
He did.
They were
Yeah.
I was flabbergasted, Zach. They started throwing candy at this at little
We're
DJ.
very liberal temple. I
Oh
belong
man,
to.
I let that damn
We are-
lifesaver. I let that lifesaver go.
We're so reformed that they cater Yom Kippur services.
How about that? I
It's a
got that
very
one.
niche. It's a very niche joke, but it works in Miami.
My grandma just laughed at that. It's the first time she's
I
laughed in
mean,
about 2
that
months.
joke kills at Del Boca Vista.
So now I'm going to ask a really personal question here. What did you think of the cocktail hour, Crowder? Did they have some good pigs in the blanket on National Hot Dog Day?
Oh, that's a good hot dog, by the way. Pigs in a blanket. On my Mount Rushmore of hot dogs is the Auntie Anne's pretzel dogs, the mini pretzel dogs. Those are good. You got to admit.
Yeah, I always say that the pig in the blanket is the great unifier in our country. You can take. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter whose politics and what side you take. If you put a pig in a blanket between a Democrat and a Republican, you'll get them to agree on anything.
It's a great call.
Yeah.
That is the great unifier.
I've always thought Gelb
It was the one thing
deep.
I said.
Have you?
It was the one thing a demand I made for my sister's wedding. I go, you have to have a pig in the blanket. And she goes, this isn't a football tailgate. I go, just be quiet or else I'll start being a real pain in the ass for this wedding.
All right. Do you still have that hot dog left? Because today is National Hot Dog Day.
Yeah, I got like a little quarter left of this hot dog.
Let's
let's
finish off the glizzy. Let's go. That's our celebration of National Hot Dog Day. Zach Gelb from CBS Sports Radio, a little New York hot dog. A Chicago and myself, I'll argue for Chicago dogs all day long, but nothing like a dirty water hot dog from the streets of New York.
Messi can't eat a hot dog the way that I just did, by the way.
That was compelling. The entire thing was compelling. Was that a meal or a snack?
That's actually a meal.
That is a
Believe it
meal.
or not, outside of a protein bar that I had at about 9:30 this morning, that was the only legit thing that I actually ate today. And then I'll have a little protein shake at night.
Was that a meal, Crowder?
That doesn't make it a meal. If you starve yourself and eat something without sides, it's not a meal, Zach. It's just that you don't have good dietary habits. That's not anything without a side, Zach.
You think I'm dieting? Come on. What are we doing here? I just wasn't hungry today.
A meal has an entree and a side. Just an entree is not a meal.
We had this conversation yesterday on the show. Rhonda Gadsden was with us, and Solana had asked us the question, is a slice of pizza a meal or a snack? And my contention was, if you eat it while walking, you stop at, Ray's Original in New York, you get a slice and you continue walking, it's a snack. If you sit down with a slice of pizza and a bottle of water or a can of soda, then it's a meal.
I think just one slice is not considered. You have to have at least two slices for it to be a meal.
Multiple. That's what OG said.
That's what OG said. That it has to be more than two, to be quite honest.
My thought is it has to have something else to it.
But if you get
if
you get a hot dog on the street in New York and you continue walking, now you came home and ate this for us on the show, which is ridiculous. I mean, that's just ridiculous. But if you stop and get a hot dog,
cardio in today, folks.
If you stop and get a hot dog and continue walking and eat it, did you just have a meal or did you have a snack?
I think because it's in passing. I never thought about it this way, but I think because
you're
it's
on the move,
that it's a snack.
That's right. You're on the move.
No, but it's bread and meat.
Right.
So you have two different components there to the meal. That's a meal.
Very good. Solana just explained to us all what a hot dog is.
So now one more time, Solana, because I'm new to this.
What
is in
bread and meat? Are you sure?
What is it? What is in there?
To Crowder's point, there's got to be something else to the slice of pizza. There's got to be something else to the dog. There's bread. That's a meal. You have bread.
Well, Hoffman,
you have your
Hoffman
dog.
and I are saving. We are saving our shekels. We can't all be bougie like Crowder, who just goes out there and
hot dogs forever. You get a hot dog. You get a hot dog. You get a hot dog.
But but a bun is a delivery system. It's not a side. It's like saying pizza crust is a side on pizza.
Right. I'm telling you,
we're just radio people. We got to be frugal. Not all of us made a lot of money in the NFL.
I'm telling you,
look at my contracts. We're on the same page.
If you're on the move, it's a snack. I said this yesterday. If you're at a baseball game, you get a hot dog at the concession stand. You keep it wrapped in the foil and then take your seat and watch the game and eat the dog. You're having a meal. You eat the hot dog on the way back from the concession stand to your seat, and you're finished with it before you sit down, you just had a snack.
I actually agree with that. I don't agree with many things that you say, but that one I actually agree with. Even though it makes no sense, I do kind of nod my head and go, yeah, he's making a good point.
I think we end on that note. I don't think I'm going to get anything more out of this. This was delightful. Nothing left? You didn't get a second hot dog?
No, did not get a second hot dog, but now I'm kind of craving another hot dog. So
right. Well,
if I end up down in 4 more glizzies today, I'm blaming you.
It's crazy because the whole living on the 49th floor thing, I could never live in the city. If you leave this second to go get a hot dog a block away and come back to your apartment, how long would that take?
It would take about 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
You can get down, get in the elevator, go down, get a dog, come back up in 2 minutes.
Yeah, as long as the construction that's going on in front of my apartment doesn't hold me up, I think it's very attainable.
All right, we'll wait.
You're going to wait?
Ready?
Now I have to go get my wallet?
Ready, set, go.
Just kidding. How much was that hot dog, by the way?
Emerald.
How much was that hot dog? How much is a New York street hot dog nowadays?
So that was $3.50.
That's a great price. I stopped and got a mango smoothie on the ride to work today. There's a place called.
What a bougie statement!
I know. There's
Mango
this place.
smoothie.
There's this place in Boca called Sovereign, but I think they're all over the place. They're poke bowls.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a mango smoothie the other day. Haven't stopped thinking about it. So I
Not
stopped
going to Sovereign. How about that?
Stopped and got a mango smoothie for the ride down today. Guess how much the mango smoothie was?
Oh, well, you didn't even ask me. My iced coffee was $6.50 that I got too.
Yeah, my mango smoothie was $8.50.
Yeah, I was gonna say a full smoothie. Yeah, it's got to be up there.
But it wasn't like a smoothie. It's more like a Slurpee. I feel like they just have an icy machine in the back. Like I know what a smoothie is. This was a Slurpee. It's why it's so good. It's just a Slurpee. Like $8.50 for a Slurpee.
At what age do you remember a smoothie for 3 or 4 days? Because I don't want to get to that age.
I still can't stop thinking about it. I want to get a second one today, and I just don't know if it's a second Slurpee or a second smoothie. If it's a second smoothie, I'll stop on the way home. If it's actually like a Slurpee, then I can't do it to myself. So but I don't want to look because I don't want to ruin it for myself. Anyway.
Don't worry, Crowder. Hockman's just preparing himself for all of his 80 years when he's only going to be eating things through a blender.
And them teeth are
Someone's going to
I'll tell you what,
that jaw's going to be wired shut.
A glizzy smoothie doesn't sound too bad right about now either. All right, we got to go.
I just vomited.
Zach Gelb from CBS Sports Radio. Thank you, Zach.
Later, guys. Be well.
There you go. That is our celebration of National Hot Dog Day. You won't get that anywhere else, thankfully.